The Dragunov SVD is a 7.62 caliber semi-automatic sniper rifle chambered for 7.62 x 54 mmR ammunition and designed during the Soviet era. The Dragunov SVD design was declared the winner of a competition between three designs, the first known as the SSV-58, designed by Sergei Gavrilovich Semenov, the second as a prototype known as the 2B W10, designed by Alexander Konstantinov, the third as the SVD-137, designed by Yevgeny Dragunov. After a series of rigorous tests in various combat environments, the Dragunov SVD-137 was selected for service in 1963. The first experimental series production batch was 200 for quality assessment, and in 1965 mass production was taken over by the Izhevsk Mechanical Works. Since then, the Dragunov SVD has become the standard support weapon for military groups in many countries, including those of the Warsaw Pact. China illegally produced the SVD under the name Type 79 and Type 85, and Iran copied the Chinese Type 79, History of Development and Use, designed by Yevgeny Dragunov. The gun was conceived in 1958 and was not completed until 1963. Yevgeny Dragunov's design beat out two designs by Sergei Gavrilovich Semenov and Alexander Konstantinov in the final competition and became the standard sniper rifle for the Soviet Army. The SVD is an abbreviation of the phrase Snaperskaya Vintovka Dragunova, Russian transliteration, which means Dragunova's sniper rifle. For this invention, Dragunov was awarded the Lenin Prize and an apartment in the center of Izhevsk. To simplify logistics, the gun uses the same 7.62 x 54 mmR ammunition as other popular Soviet guns such as the Mosin-Nagant rifle, SG-43 Goryanov heavy machine gun, PK light machine gun. This is a semi-automatic sniper rifle, meaning the soldier can fire continuously after each trigger pull without having to manually reload. The accuracy of this gun is good but not outstanding because it has a rather light barrel, which is prone to deflection when the recoil is strong, especially when the shooter is not experienced. Like an assault rifle, it also has a bayonet attachment at the end of the barrel. It is also similar to the AKM in that the barrel can be used to cut fishing line. Later on, the materials chosen to make this gun became cheaper but of comparable quality so that it could be mass-produced in large quantities, such as replacing wood with high molecular synthetic resin to make parts to increase durability and reduce weight for the gun. In the armies of the Warsaw Pact countries, sniper units were distributed to each platoon. So the Dragunov snipers became quite numerous and popular, even in a normal infantry unit. Mikhail Degtyarev, editor-in-chief of the Kalashnikov magazine, explained in an interview with Sputnik, at that time, this was the only high-precision semi-automatic rifle in the world that was in service with the army. With its powerful ammunition, high accuracy, semi-automatic equipment and greater range of fire, the SVD rifle gave an advantage to the military units equipped with this weapon. On average, every 8 Soviet mechanized infantrymen had an SVD rifle. At that time, other armies did not have such a high proportion of snipers. In Western armies, this position was called a designated marksman, and was intended to fill the gap between standard assault rifles and specialized sniper rifles, which was about 300 to 600 meters, 330 to 660 yards. The semi-automatic rifles commonly used for sniper duties in the United States were the M14 and later the Mark 12 Mod 0/1 SPR, a variant of the M16. Since March 2020, soldiers of the U.S. 3rd Infantry Division have become the first combat troops to receive the Army's new M110A1 sniper rifle. The Army selected the M110A1 in 2016 as its new semi-automatic sniper rifle. Each American platoon has 3 marksmen. The features and advantages found by the snipers of this gun are fully utilized with military doctrines specifically for snipers using SVD Dragunov, such as always stay behind the first line of battle and snipe important targets at a particularly long range or shoot overwhelming enemies on the battlefield even when fighting close quarters with semi-automatic mode and bayonet. Just a small number of professional snipers can support an entire army in combat or harassment, damaging high-value targets with precise shots such as sniping enemy commanders, non-commissioned officers, shooting down antennas and radio operators, cutting off communications, clearing enemy machine gun nests or snipers, finding and destroying tank commanders and anti-tank positions, etc. For decades, the Russian army has relied on the Dragunov SVD rifle for sniper and marksmanship missions to support the AK-47. Since its inception, the Dragunov SVD sniper rifle has served in the armies of dozens of countries, many irregular armed forces, and has been present in most conflicts around the world since the 1970s. Ilya Davidov, head of the TSNI Center, explains the main advantages of the SVD: simple design and reliability, easy training for recruits. It can be given to a completely untrained soldier, and he will not be able to break anything in this weapon. Therefore, the SVD is the first step in the sniper training of any professional. Mechanism of operation: the Dragunov SVD is a semi-automatic sniper rifle with a short-stroke gas system. The chamber uses a rotating bolt, rotating to the left, using 3 locking hooks that fix the bullet in place with the barrel to avoid deflection due to recoil when firing. The SVD can be manually adjusted in 2 gas modes. After the last round in the magazine is used, the chamber and the bolt are held in the rearward position and are held by a screw that can be returned to their original position by pushing the trigger forward. The weapon has a hammer firing mechanism and can be set on a safety. Accuracy is enhanced by machined barrel grooves. The Dragunov shares many similarities with the AK, including a large dust cover, sights and safeties, but these similarities are purely cosmetic. Western analogues of the SVD include the semi-automatic M110 SAS, the L129A1 sniper rifle and the G28.